Are you looking for a better way to play player props or daily fantasy sports? Well, look no further than Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the leading over-under daily fantasy game. Why? Because it's so easy to use and win. You can make your picks in under 30 seconds and win up to 10 times your money in one day. Right now, we have a special offer for our viewers and listeners of the NBA Exchange. All you got to do is sign up now and use the promo code NBAEX. Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Yep, that's right. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. So, join the over 150,000 others who found a better way to play and download the Prize Picks app today. Welcome back to the NBA Exchange. It's your boy Dexter Henry, and we are inching closer to the start of the NBA preseason. So we're going to continue on with our NBA over-under series. Today, we're going to talk about the Indiana Pacers, a team that looks like they are trying to rebuild. Their average over-under win total headed into this season is 24.5 wins. Last season, the Pacers did not make the playoffs, winning 25 games and losing 57. The offseason wasn't that eventful, other than point guard Malcolm Brogdon was traded to Boston and Indy got back Daniel Tice and Aaron Nesmith. Now, in terms of the draft, the Pacers selected Benedict Mathurin, guard, with the 6th overall pick, and he looked pretty good in Summer League. Pacers also, in terms of their roster, kept young players Jalen Smith and O'Shea Brissett with the team. Now, the trade of Brogdon signals, at least for me, that the Pacers are in full rebuild mode, or they're starting that process right now. Once that happened, the Pacers decided to make another move, or I should say they attempted to make another move, which is they gave an offer sheet to center DeAndre Ayton. However, the Phoenix Suns matched Ayton's offer sheet immediately. So it looked like the Pacers could get their center of the future, a front court player, to pair with their backcourt of the future, which would be point guard Tyrese Haliburton and guard Benedict Mathurin. Now, that backcourt of the future looks like it could be really good, really exciting, but we need to see how they're going to develop. What does this mean for the rest of the roster and the vets on this roster? There still is center Myles Turner. He's 30 years old, does not fit into their rebuilding plans, along with guard Buddy Heild. Now, their names have been brought up in tons of rumors. If it was up to me, I would move those guys. I think the Pacers are trying to move those guys. I would bet that those guys would not be on the roster. It wouldn't also shock me if one or two of them, if not both, are not on the roster by the start of either a training camp or the season, or both, and or a move at some point during the season. The focus is going to be around that young backcourt and developing around those two guys. Now, I think Mathurin and Haliburton can be extremely exciting. They're going to have some growing pains. They're going to have some things learning together and playing under head coach Rick Carlisle. But for me, this roster is in flux, and there's a lot of questions as to whether the two veterans I mentioned, Turner and Heild, will get moved. I'm willing to bet, as I said, that they do get moved. And I think this will be a team that's all about focused on developing young players and trying to be one of the bottom 3 teams where they can get into the lottery and have a 14% chance of landing the top pick in the 2023 draft that is protected to be very top heavy and loaded with talent. Yes, you can look at this and say the Pacers have a lot of questions about their roster. I don't know how they're going to look. I could totally understand if you say that to me. But again, I'm willing to bet that the vets that we mentioned won't be on the roster. Because of that, there's going to be a lot of young players. And I think this team is going to be really bad. I think they're going to be one of the worst teams in basketball, which is why I absolutely would take the Pacers under 24.5 wins. Bang that one for me. Don't think this is going to be a good team, but maybe you think differently. Maybe you think I'm wrong. Maybe you think the Pacers will overachieve. I don't think this is a team that is anywhere close to the playoffs. That's it for this edition of the NBA Exchange. I'm Dexter Henry. Until next time, y'all. Peace.